Yo, guys, I was super angry. I told my aunt, I was like, I'm, you know how I'm folding my hands? I'm like this. I'm like, I can't have Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome my series. I am Letabo Mitchell, and to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for the support, my loves, and welcome to another video. So in today's video, it's gonna be a story time. Child, I have a lot to say. You know, I've been wanting to do the story time, but guys, I've really been so busy. I've had so much to do. Right? And I needed to do those things first before anything else. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of you have been texting me and been like, Letabo, when are you dropping? Letabo, when are you doing this and this? Like, we are waiting for your video. But guys, no stress, I've got you guys. But hey, before we get straight into this video, hey, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that every time I upload, child, you will know. So you're probably wondering that what is she gonna say? But as you see with the title, I was poisoned by my roommate.
What? What the fuck?
Child, you don't want to know, but you're gonna know. So where do I start? Okay, so this year is my first year in college. So yeah, I went to Joburg, right? I went to Joburg, and then at first I started living at Race, right? Yeah, I started living at Race, guys. The ghetto. So I started living at Race, and I was living with these other two mean girls. So I was living with these girls, right? Cool. So it's a thing of these girls. You know, I'm new at this place, right? Not saying that I've never been to Joburg, but in terms of living there, right? I am new, so like the place and stuff, you know, get too forward and all. So I was this quiet girl. Believe me or not, I was this quiet girl. I know I'm not quiet, right? In general, I'm not quiet. You guys don't know me as a quiet girl. You guys know me as this loud girl, but trust me guys, I have my quiet side. So I was this girl who always went to school, come back from school, sleep, wake up, study, or go through my work and stuff. You know, I had turned over a new leaf, guys. I was this changed girl.
Joe. No, it's a weird. Ha!
Hey, Sana. Right, so okay, fine. And then these girls started being really mean to me. They started being so mean, and I used to call my mom every day. I was like, Mama, I want to leave. My mom was like, leave to where? I'm like, Mama, yo, I can't. My mom was like, let's have a no way, skip and what. I was like, yeah. In my mind, I was like, this lady thinks I care. I want to go home right now. But then I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just stay for this month and see how things go. These girls were super mean. I used to cry, guys. Those who know me and who are who have me on their WhatsApp would see my statuses complaining, guys. I'd complain and be like, nah, I want to go home. At this one point, I had told my mom, you know what, I'm coming home, I'm dropping out, I can't anymore. And my mom was like, okay, go sharp, oh, it's fine. She tried talking me into it, right? And I was like, no ways. And then I texted my dad. I was like, Daddy, you know what? Mina, I've made my decision. I want to go home. I can't anymore. This is too much for me and stuff. Did you think my dad even argued with me or said anything? No ways. Like, that man was like, okay, princess, I understand. I support your decision. I was like, you know. So yeah, and then I used to go to my aunt like on weekends just to avoid these girls, because at some point, like, you know, one minute they'll just wake up and not talk to me at all. So I used to go to my aunt and I used to tell my aunt everything and complain and be like, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. My aunt would talk to my mom, obviously, and be like, Wana, this. And my mom wouldn't really see. She didn't really like see what was really going on, and like even if I explained, she did not understand, you know. Like, she would just be like, yo, let's have now and stressa, what, bona ke fere in, and I'm like, yo, gosh, ke kopa o starte koloi ya gago o tlo go ntsaya. Cool. And then my aunt got me like this, like, she got me like another girly. Like, okay, there was another girlie who needed someone to stay with, sort of like a roommate, right? Cool. And my aunt told me, and then we went to go view the place, and the place was A-okay. Cool. And then I spoke to my grandmother. My grandmother immediately sent me money. I moved out of Res, moved to this new place, right? Cool. Yeah, alright. Moved to this new place. You know what was nice about this new place is that it's near to school. So yeah, I liked that about it compared to like, okay, Res was not far from school, but like this new place was super near. Like literally when I leave the place and like just here's my school, you know. Cool. So like that was what was nice about it, and that I had my own space and peace and quiet, you know. Little did I know. You know what, when I'm saying little? When I emphasize on that little did I know, Sana. And then like, yeah, I moved to the place. I moved there, cool. So this is what's going on, right? So like at Res, you get your own bed, right? You have your own bed, you have your own wardrobe, and yeah. So here at this girlie's place, it's an apartment, you understand? It's an apartment, so she has her own bed, and obviously I have to buy my own bed, right? So when I moved in, I did not have my own bed at all. Like, I did not have my own bed, Sana. So then, like, she had a double bed, and she was like, nah, it's fine, she can sleep with me, it's okay. Okay, cool. Sharp. The day I moved in, it was on a Saturday, right? So I had texted my friend Karabo. I was like, babes, let's go out today. And Karabo was like, nah, we can go out, but she's low on cash, you know. I was like, no, don't worry, I got you, babes. Cool. And then just as I moved in, she asked me if I, like the girlie that I was staying with, she asked me if I liked groove, like do I go out? So I was like, yeah, I go out, but not that much. I have my, you know, my boundaries. I can go out this weekend, then next weekend or 2 weeks after, I'll just decide, you know what, I'm not going anywhere, and I'll go out maybe after 2 months, you know. Yeah. Like,
Lies are disgusting.
Like, drugs are
I'd rather do drugs than lie.
Because you. And either way, in Joburg, I have to stay safe. I can't be wanting to go out all the time, going out. No. So that same day I moved in, I got ready, and then bolted. I took my key because I had my own key, and then I bolted to Garabo. From there, we went to the club. Right. So we went to the club. Party. Sonny, you know me. One thing about me, child. I will not sacrifice anything for me having a nice time. Never. Oh, never. Not even a boyfriend. Not even, I'll never sacrifice going out for anything. So we went out, had fun, got drunk and stuff, came back. I came back in the morning around like 2-3 a.m. Got back, slept. Okay, sharp, everything was fine. Yeah, and then months went by, everything was okay, right? Everything was okay until this girlie started being super annoying. You know how it's annoying? She would wake up on, sometimes she went to school, right? But then she also, it was like part-time, but then also she was working, right? So when she went to work, I would go to school, and then when I come back, she's not there. She comes late, and then I still have some time alone, and yeah. That is the only time I'll feel free. Like, I'll feel like, yo, this is my house. I feel super free, guys. Hey! Okay, cool. And then on weekends, right, we're not going anywhere. In the morning, she would wake up while I'm sleeping, and then she would clean. When she gets to the kitchen, pots, when she's done washing dishes, she would bang the pots, do this and this, make a noise, super noise. I don't know, is it because now I wake up at my own time or what? But literally, she would bang the pots so that I can hear her me. This person is awake, she's sleeping, and I would toss and turn, guys. She would see me getting annoyed. This one time I woke up and I looked at her. I was like, really? And I went back to sleep, and she didn't say anything. Sharp. Mind you, guys, me and her, we don't talk. Okay, we talk sometimes. Maybe, I don't know, when we're watching something on the laptop, and then we talk about what we are watching. But other than that, we don't talk about anything. We're not friends either way, so working, you understand. Alright, so I made it a habit that every weekend I'm going to my aunt, because at my aunt's place I was super free. I would go anywhere, and there as well I was super free. I go anywhere, But some weekends where I don't go anywhere, I would get bored, and I was like, okay, get run more. Then sitting the whole day, load shedding, after load shedding, cook, sit, not talk to this one, be on my phone. It's super boring. Either way, even when I'm talking to my boyfriend.
Nam taken.
Okay, the gent I was dating at the time, yes. When I talk to my boyfriend on the phone, I am not free. I can't, literally, I can't talk to my boyfriend on the phone. So, yeah. And then what happened? Alright, and then there was this time she was cleaning. I'm not saying she was cleaning all the time, because literally I'm always mentioning her cleaning, but sometimes I would clean when I come from school and I feel like it's dirty. I would clean. Or there are some weekends whereby she was never there. She would leave for She'd leave on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Abata on Monday. Yo. So this day when she was cleaning, right, and then I had like my suitcases were like packed somewhere over there, you know, and my shoes, like I put my shoes like in a straight line, you know. So I'll put them pair by pair, yeah. So she's like, she comes to me, she's like, can you please put your things neatly, right? And this is what I ask her, politely. I swear, politely. What do you mean neatly? Because my things are neat, right? And they are packed okay. So I understand. She's
so I am usually just a very cordial person. I kirata peace. Like stress.
like, no, can you please put your things neatly? If you can't, I'll put them neatly for you. I'm like, Sana, please don't touch my things. Please don't touch my things. Like, you can do anything, but don't touch my things. Because I don't touch your things, don't touch my things. Wanyana anga it's the same time for a week again. I go tabi. Anga it's or ha she will go touch my things. After I literally told her, babes, please don't touch my things. She goes, immediately when she storms out from the kitchen, Linda, like, I follow her, you know, and here she is packing my things, like, yo, zipping my, yay. And that time she was busy, like, she literally, whatever she did, she broke my suitcase, like, the zip was broken. And then I got more angry. Yo! And I was like, why are you touching my things? And she's like, no, if you can't put them neatly, I will put them neatly for you. I was like, Sana, please don't touch my things. I asked you nicely, do not touch my things. Please don't touch my things. Oh, now I try. Same time I tried to look like I was like, you know. So now we're holding the same thing and we are fighting over it, you know. I'm pulling, she's pulling, I'm pulling, she's pulling, right? And then she let yo, and then she grabs me with my clothes. She grabs me with my clothes, right? And I'm like, and I grab her back. So now we are holding each other with clothes now. And then she is busy swearing in her language. Mina, I'm swearing in Tswana. And then later I'm like, I guess she is a child, right? She is a child. So I'm like, don't like usantwara as if like I'm your child. Girl, she's like, do you think my child is this disrespectful? Hey, why? I'm like, even my mom doesn't talk to me like that. Even my mom, she doesn't talk to me like that. She reprimands me like in a proper way. Same time, I pack my things. Got a cat, got some my aunt's place. When I get to my aunt's place, then I'm like, you know what? Disrespectful. Yo, guys, I was super angry. I tell my aunt, I was like, you know how I'm folding my hands? I'm like this. I'm like, disrespectful, blah 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 blah. Disrespectful. I expect that not to be disrespectful. You know, I was like that because she's like older with a few years. You know, I think it's like, if it's not 3 or 4, yeah, just 3 or 4 years. So I'm like, nah, disrespectful, no ways. And I tell my aunt, you know what, right now I want to move out. She should give me my rent money. I want to move out. My aunt was like, yo, my aunt calls my mom. Yo, and stuff. My mom calls me. I'm like, yo, mama. So now I'm explaining everything to my mom, right? Fine, my mom asks for her numbers. And I'm like, I know my mom, guys. I know my mom. My mom is the older version of me. that lady, she will call you, and then obviously it's gonna be a scene if she finds out that you were wrong, you know. Fine, I give her the numbers, my mom calls. Yeah, this girl, she lies.
Lies are disgusting. I'd rather do drugs than lie.
She starts lying, right? She starts lying and says, oh no, Mina, I talked to her rudely and stuff. Okay, tell her to come back so that we can talk, blah, 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 blah. Oh no, not forgetting. Why am I forgetting? While we were fighting, right? And she's like, yeah, I should take out my groceries in the fridge. I will see where I put them. And I was like, I don't care. You can decide where you're gonna put them, but I don't give a shit. You can take them out. I don't care. If they expire, I can buy new groceries and stuff. Hey, I was a hard-headed girl at that time, I'm telling you. And then, yeah, she was like, yeah, don't sleep on my bed, whatever. I was like, I don't give a fuck. Do you think I haven't slept on the floor in my life? I was like, no, babes. I've slept on the floor in my life. Like, my cousins have slept over at my house and sleep on the floor. So please, this is not new to me. Sana. So like I was saying, she was lying to my mom, not telling my mom what she told me and stuff, right? Cool. The Sunday I go back to the place. I go back and then, yeah, when I get there, she's not there. Then when she came back, she finds me sitting on the couch, right? So I'm sitting on the couch and then I'm listening to music with my AirPods, right? And then, yeah, I hear her talking, but I don't even listen to her. So then she's like, and I'm like, yes, what do you want, you know? And she's like, can we talk? Okay, we talk. So now I apologize for what I did, right? Swearing and mentioning her child and whatsoever. Mara, she does not even give a shit about apologizing for what she had said to me, for swearing and stuff. She doesn't apologize at all. Fine, sharp. And then 3 weeks later, I had decided, you know what, I'm gonna move out. Because one of my friends at school had told me, you know what, we have space. Like, I have space at my place. Move in with me, you know. I was like, okay, sure. Call my mom, tell my mom. My mom was like, okay, cool. So now my mom was like, don't tell her now that you're gonna move out month end. Tell her the day you move out. I'm moving out, you know. I bet. And then I think it was like 2 days before I moved. Yeah, 2 days before I moved out. Oh, wait. Before that, right? So after that fight that we had, she left for like 4 days. She went to her man. Sana, my boyfriend wanted to visit me. My boyfriend wanted to come sleep over. Mara, like, I didn't want to tell him, it's fine, you come sleep over. Because me and this girl were fighting. And anytime when she comes back, I didn't tell her that my boyfriend is going to come or something. Because it's a thing of, she left Thursday, right? Friday, Jane texts me. He's like, he wants to come sleep over, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, yo, I don't have a problem when you come and sleep over, but now my roommate and I are not in good terms, you know, so I don't think that's a good idea. And I didn't even tell my boyfriend, what, no man, this girl is not here, you know. She left, it's a thing of she left, but she didn't tell me she's leaving for how many days, so that I know, if my boyfriend comes, you understand? Alright, cool. So I told him, I was like, no, I don't think you can come. Me and my roommate are not on good terms. So yeah, I'll see you during the week or some other time. And he's like, okay, fine, right? Dude, you know, this whole situation had literally played a big part in my relationship, because now me and the Jane weren't meeting up that much, you know, and most of the time I would come home to Kimberley. I'd come home and stuff, and Yena he's there. So me and him at times we would meet up if he has gigs in Kimberley, you understand? Cool. 2 days before I move out, so like I inform her that, you know what, babes, I am moving out on, was it Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday. So I told her I'm moving out on Monday. She's like, okay. Time ukwatile, like yo ukwatile ubele ngo kwa. I bet. And then I made dinner, right? So thing is, Nana and like we were not eating the same food. Like I'd cook for myself, she'd cook for herself, because we had discovered that there are certain food, like certain things that we don't eat. Like Yena should eat, like, what do you call them? I think they call them masonya or something like that. It's like worms. I think it's mapani worms. I don't know. So Yena should eat that. Mina, I don't eat that at all. At all. So sometimes Yena she wanted to cook that, and Mina, what am I gonna eat if she cooks that? So we just decided, you know what, cook your things aside, I'll cook my things aside. So that day I remember very carefully, I had made mince and rice. Yeah, I ate mince that night, and then the following morning my aunt texted me, right? And my aunt was like, because I told her that I'm moving out, and then she was like, don't sleep on my bed, I want to sleep alone, blah blah blah. I was like, no babes, it's okay. So then I slept on the couch, and then the following morning, it was on a Sunday, my aunt texted me. She's like, yo, I have flu, can you please come over and cook? Right, my aunt doesn't live far from me, right? Okay, fine. I'm like, okay, it's fine, because now for my tension more, and I'm trying to avoid the tension. Let me just leave and go to my aunt's place. I will come back later. Fine, I leave. I go to my aunt. Oh, before I leave, I go and run some water. Then I bath. While I'm bathing, guys, pay attention to this part, guys. Yo, while I'm bathing, it is super quiet, as if like she is not there. While she is there, she is sitting on her bed. It is super quiet, right? Okay, so I bath, get dressed, and then I'm like, okay, let me eat before I leave, because I never ate breakfast. So then I eat the food that I cooked the night before, which is the mince and the rice. Fine, I'm eating. Yeah, okay, fine. While I'm eating, yeah, everything is okay. Everything's okay. I need to poison you don't taste at the same time or whatsoever. So I'm eating and everything is okay. And then I tell her I'm going out. She's like, okay. Sharp Nyapuma, and I leave. On my way to my aunt's, so I was walking because it's not far. On my way to my aunt's place, Sana, I start feeling some stomach cramps, and it has like cramps, you know those period pains, like pains, yeah. Okay, so to me, I'm already thinking, nah, maybe my stomach is working or something. But either way, I'm almost there, right? I'm almost there, so I will go to the bathroom. Okay, and then I'm still walking. The pain is getting worse, bruh. It's getting worse. Time by time, it is getting worse. And I'm like, oh, what is going on? And I'm like, what is going on, guys? Like, what is going on? Cool. As I'm walking, I can feel like literally like I'm about to vomit. But I'm like, I can't vomit in front of people, like in the streets. No, 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 I'm gonna embarrass myself. And then, hey, you know what, like, you know, you know that vomit that you can't control at all. I could feel that vomit coming up like this. Sana, you know what I did? I sat on the side of the road, on the pavement, and I vomited. I vomited. Like, everything that I had eaten came out. Okay, after vomiting, I sat there like for a minute or two, you know, like just to process like what the hell is going on. And then I stood up. I was like, you know what? Let's have a walk. You are almost there. As I'm walking, I am now passing Carlton Center, right? I'm passing Carlton Center. It's sort of like a mini and a mall. So I'm passing Carlton Center, right? And as I pass Carlton Center, my legs become numb. My legs become numb, Sana. And I can't walk anymore, so I just have to sit down on the pavement. So I sit down, and here I am, like, you know, like massaging my stomach, and then the security comes. The security's like, right? And I'm like, I'm not right. And he's like, what's going on? I'm like, yo, I don't know what is going on, but I'm not feeling okay. Then this other guy parks his car, and then he sees me sitting there. He asks me, hi, are you okay? I'm like, no, I'm not okay. And he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, I'm not feeling well. And he's asking me, where are you going? So now I can't be like, I'm going to my aunt. Remember, guys, like, you can't trust anyone in Joburg. So I'm like, no, I'm going to my mom's place. It's not far. It's just here. Like, literally, it's just a street away. And he's like, okay, I'm coming. I'm quickly going to Pick and Pay. I will go drop you off. I'm like, okay, thank you. And then 2 minutes after, he comes back. And then he opens the car for me, and I go in, and he takes me to my... Guys, trust me, it was not a thing that I wanted to be taken to my aunt's place. I couldn't walk. My legs were super numb. Like, I was... Ugh. I couldn't feel a thing. So he takes me to my aunt's place. And I go off, and I'm like, you know, thank you. Thank you so much. You helped me. Thank you. Did this gen not ask me for my numbers? Guys, Bashiman. Not even Bashiman. Men. God, like, he sees I'm sick. Marmot. Oto ko pa number. Fine, I give him my numbers. He's like, okay, he will check up on me later. And then I go in. Immediately I go in, I tell my aunt, a bucket, like, can you please bring me a bucket? I want to vomit. At the time, I was just wanting to vomit, guys. And they brought me a bucket. I laid on the bed thinking I'll get better. Nothing. At that point, I was vomiting and nothing was coming out. Like, literally just water was coming out. Like, water, you know. I was vomiting, crying, getting hot, sweating at the same time. Yo, guys, the pain. I don't want to talk about the pain, guys. I know I've never been to the labor ward before in my entire life, but that pain, I'm telling you, that pain, giving birth before. Yo, like, guys, okay, my aunt calls my mom, is like, like, and stuff, you know. My mom calls me, is like, are you fine? Blah 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 blah. Like, no, I'm not fine. Time I forgot my medical aid at home. When I came for the holidays, I forgot it at home. So my mom has to take now pictures and stuff and send them. And then she's like, should I call the ambulance? I'm like, please, go for the ambulance. You know, guys, like, one thing about me is that whatever pain I go through, like, okay, whatever I go through, like even when I'm sick, whatever I go through, and the pain is too much and unbearable, I recommend to go to the hospital, banking a drip, because I know 2 minutes after I will be fine. I swear I'm gonna be fine. I swear I'm gonna be fine, you know. So I was like, no, for now, ambulance, guys, I want to leave. I'm not feeling okay. Sorry. I'm not feeling okay at all, Gashwa. Like, at some point, you know what I did? I laid on the bed, closed my eyes, and stopped breathing for a second. Just imagining how will it be if I'm dead. Weird, man. I know, weird. But then my mom and then my aunt was like, Yana, she can't go with me to the hospital because she is sick. When she gets to the hospital, they're gonna wanna also put her in another room, you know. So now she's not gonna go with me. So my mom went on Googled hospitals or paramedics and called. And then 30 minutes after the paramedics called me, right? The paramedics called me and they were like, "Hi Netabo, I just spoke to your mom. How are you?" I'm like, "No, I'm not okay. Okay, we are on our way. Sharp." And then when they were outside, they called me, right? I tried to go downstairs. So when we went downstairs, they went upstairs, you know. And then when they came back, they found me laying, like at the security, laying on the floor. And then they asked me, "Can you walk to the ambulance?" I was like, "Okay, I can try." So my one arm was on this one paramedic and my other was there, and I was going to the ambulance. And I get there. Okay, now they want to put in a drip, right? So now they are struggling. Why? Because they couldn't find my veins. And then like they were asking me, "What's wrong? How are you feeling?" and stuff like that. And I answered the questions. I answered. At some point, I couldn't answer anymore. My eyes were literally like closing themselves. Cool. Until I got matey and stuff. Like, yo, alright. And then we went to the hospital. And then my mom called my dad, right? And told my dad what was going on, that I'm not feeling well, I'm vomiting or something. So when I get to the hospital, they asked me like, "Are you," you know, before you go to the beds and stuff, go emergencies, they're gonna first like write a few things and wanna find out, just so that they can maybe like diagnose before the doctor can tell you what is wrong. I cool. They asked me, "Are you not pregnant?" I'm like, "Pregnant? No, I'm on my periods. I can't be pregnant, I'm on my periods." I cool. They asked me to go like, they gave me like a tube, né, and asked for my urine. I went to the bathroom, peed in that tube, came back. And like in the tube, like when you look at my urine, you could see like this, like the urine was red, right? Red and like yellow. Okay. The red obviously for menstruation blood, yeah. And then sharp. And then I went to the beds. At that time, I was okay. Like, I was not vomiting anymore. And I was wondering to myself, why? What is going on? Like, yo, I went to the beds, and then while I was laying in the bed, I could feel vomit. At that point, guys, I was vomiting, but nothing was coming out. Not even like water or anything. Like, I'm just like, and nothing is coming out. Can you see that? So yeah, and then these nurses are busy talking, like they are talking Zulu and stuff, and I could hear this. So I was like, nah, ucabanga uthi uzoshona, like something like that, saying that I think I'm gonna die. But guys, like I felt like I thought I was gonna die. Like, yo, I bet. And then the lady from I don't know where, but it's this nurse. She came to me, she's like, she's taking some blood from me so that they can test my blood. Sana like she took 4 tubes of blood from me. Yeah. I sharp. And they took me to x-rays. While I was in x-ray, my dad called me and asked like, hi my princess, how are you? I'm like, I'm not okay, what's wrong? Yo, I don't know. What did you eat? So I'm telling my dad what I eat. I ate the food that I cooked, right? Okay, sharp. And he asked me, which hospital are you at? Are you at Milk Park? I'm like, yes, I'm at Netcare at Milk Park. And he's like, okay, I'll call you when you're done, or call me when you're done. Okay. Then the lady at the x-ray, right? So what they did, they checked my stomach, right? You know when you're pregnant, okay, not you know, but those that know that when you're pregnant and you go for a sonar, there's this gel that they apply like underneath your stomach, and then they're gonna just like, you know, yeah, they did that to me, checking if I'm really not pregnant or anything. And they could see like there was literally nothing. And the lady asked me, what did you eat? I'm like, no, I ate mince and rice. The mince and rice that I cooked last night. And she's like, who cooked it? I'm like, no, I cooked it. She's like, okay, cool. Guys, you know the way it was so painful. Like I was literally crying. Sharp. And then I went back to the beds again. The doctor comes and the doctor, hey, you guys won't believe what the doctor said. The doctor's like, Mina, I have ulcer. I look at him, I'm like, excuse me doc, what did you say? He's like, no, you have ulcer, please don't eat oily foods, fast foods and spicy foods, and what's this, fizzy cold drinks. I'm like, okay. He gives me a prescription, he directs me to the pharmacy. Sharp, they discharge me and I go out. I call my mom and my mom is like, hey, but ulcer, okay, cool. I go there and like what's this, I get my medication, right? And then yeah, the people who were checking on me, so now I'm just like giving them feedback and stuff. I call the Bolt, I go back to my aunt's place, I sleep there for the night, and then the following day I went to my place where I stayed. Sharp. When I got there, homegirl was not there. So when I got there, immediately I started packing my things. I started packing everything that belonged to me. I started packing, right? And then I had class at 10. So I got to my place at 7. And then I started packing my things, packed everything. And then I started making food. And then I bathed. Then I had class at 10, went to school. From there, told my friend that Bona, I'm moving in today, so yeah. And then after my class, Yena, she had class, right? Because I think that I had industrial electronics and engineering science. I had only 2 classes. Sharp. And then Yena, she still had class, and I told her, okay, I'm gonna leave, right? And she said, cool. When I get back, she is here. This girl, she's here. So I came with one of my friends from school, Untika. I came with Untika to help me to move out, right? And when I get there, she's here. Fine, sharp. And immediately when I got in, I moved my things out. I took my things out, went downstairs, I called the cab, moved my things to my new place, right? And since that day, I've never seen homegirl. I've never seen her, maybe Kusmal Street passing by, nothing. I've never seen her at Carlton, nothing. And then you know what made me realize that actually I was really poisoned was the fact that, okay, if you have ulcer, you know that you're not, like, even if you eat one thing that is spicy, it's gonna wake up. I have a friend who has ulcer, right? And this friend of mine, every time when I cook, he asks me like, please don't cook spicy food or anything. So that's how I know that if you have ulcer and you eat anything that is spicy, even if I eat something that is spicy right now, it's gonna wake up, right? But Mina, I only felt that pain that day, Sana. That day, I guess like they put in a drip for me, and then I got better and stuff, and they gave me like, they said like they give me some fluids and stuff for the vomiting, for all the things that came out while I was vomiting and stuff, right? And say, okay, so that's how I noticed that I don't have ulcer. It cannot be ulcer. Even when I came home July, my mom was talking to her friend when they went to fish me, and my mom was like, "Nakana like mutuminyani or having ulcer. It does not make sense at all." And yet, I still took those painkillers and pills that they gave me, and still till this today. You see how I'm sitting right now. Till this today, I can eat spicy food, but nothing happens to me. Well, I'm not a person who eats spicy food, but still, I don't feel that pain. So that's how it came to me that, yes, like, you were poisoned, babes, you were poisoned. So, guys, that's the end of my story time. Thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, I hope you enjoy my video. And then I will see you in our next video.